Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the pin broadcast of the street stocks at Myrtle Beach. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit dazed and confused because I had trouble getting the stream up, but the stream is up, and here we go. We have 120 laps, big race tonight at Myrtle Beach, and the front runners are up front. Let's see if they're going to pull over and take that much coveted end of longest line to win and possibly get double points, double money. And it looks like the number 5, Benny Hogan, has chosen. And it looks like Gerard Lawrence is going to stay up front. So welcome back, Benny Hogan. Benny Hogan won the, oh, no, Gerard is pulling over. So Gerard is following Benny's lead, or vice versa. Benny is the reigning champion over at the Palms League, and tonight is sponsored by the Palms Pro American Late Model Series. And congratulations, Benny, on a championship win over there last season, season 7. And it looks like they're heading to season 8 in a month, I think. I'm not quite sure of the dates. We'll hopefully talk to Matt Pelletier, owner of Palms, later this evening. So it is supposed to be Gerard Lawrence and Benny Hogan on the pole, but instead it's going to be Jared Mogard and Brent Mecky's going to take the field around. And you guys are going to have to read the rest of it because we're going live very soon. Again, I apologize for the late broadcast. I had the wrong stream key in, and that is just normal. Then we are going green. 120 laps at Myrtle Beach Speedway. It's a .54 mile track. I get to finally take that off. Going green. Jared Mogard out front. Brent Mecky's on the outside in number 66. Matt Pelletier, the 77 on the inside. Quick check, folks. All right, Jared Mogard leads him around. There was a caution. Let's see what the perpetrators were. Let's take a little rewind here and see what happened there. I was working on some audio, but let's take a look. Looks like the 40's on the inside. All right, Jared Mogard leads him around. Oops, there we go. I got my audio back on there. Sorry about that. Yeah, it does look like the 40 is getting loose here. That's William Petty, one of the newer drivers over here at Pinned. Overcorrects it. Uh-oh, he's going to take the 45. No, the 45 just gives him a little nudge out of the way. And unfortunately, John Brancaccio has nowhere to go. Slides up into the 40. Hopefully not much damage on Johnny B's car. So we're at lap 4. We have a caution. As we get back up front with Jared Mogard and Matt Pelletier. Myrtle Beach, .54 mile speedway, just a little over a half mile. Medium banked. Great venue. Pin League is taking us all through the country in the upcoming weeks. As the lights are still out on the pace car, we're heading over to lap 6 on that curved front tri-oval. So on the restart, it's going to be Jared Mogard, Matt Pelletier, Brent Mecky's, 777 of John Canizero, and 67 of Jack McKee. Lights are out on the pace car on the back straight. Great looking field tonight, 25 cars. I'm sorry, 21 cars, my bad. Jared Mogart with that huge jump. He is the restart king. Matt Pelletier falls right up underneath him. As everybody kind of thins out, realizes that they have to get to the 60 lap mark or thereabouts if they want to survive this race. Matt Pelletier on the inside, looking on Jared. And looks like he's going to get the position in turn 1 and 2. Kind of a sharp turn that Brent Meckies and Canizero get together there, and we do have a caution. Let's take a look at that. John Canizero come right down pit lane. Looks like he's at a flat. Might have a flat tire. Or that means that's the only place he could go after that. Yeah, it looks like that's only where he could go. Ooh, it looks like John kind of like overcorrected a little bit, and it shot up into Brent's car. I know there's no harm, no foul there. That was an overcorrection on John Jr.'s part. Let's see if we can get a little better look on that. And yes, as you can see, the 777 got loose, had nowhere to go, and did almost save it, but did unfortunately get into the door of the 66. Jack McKee doing the best he can to stay off. Great job, Jack. Everybody avoiding that. And John takes an uninvited ride down pit road. Good stuff, guys. Not too bad of a record. Looks like everybody's going to get out of that without damage to the machines. So, again, a caution on lap 9, and we're heading into lap 10 now. So we get back up front. Matt Pelletier leading the way. Palms Racing League. This is a Pro American Late Model Series. Now let's see if we can hone in on the number 5 of how far has he got. He's already riding up there. Benny Hogan, last season's Palms, season 7 Palms champion. Won a few races over in the late models at FSB too. The dude is fast. I'm surprised we haven't seen him here earlier. All right, let's see how our other option driver is doing. Yep, he's right behind him. 2 cars back. Gerard Lawrence in the 27, who also opted to take the end of the longest line, or the end of the field, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get a name for that. But if these guys, the 2 pole sitters, the inside and outside pole guys, if they choose to start in the back and win, they will get double points, double money, as was the case last week. Pace car's off. Early dive into turn 3 there. As we come along this curved front straightaway, banked a little bit, not much. Like I say, there's a medium, if not, it's a shallow bank track. It doesn't have much banking. Steve Rex is up in that mix. Looking good, Steve. Oh, we have a spin, and that's going to be the 85 of Brandon Kiger. And the caution is back out. I'm not sure what happened there. We're going to take a look. Oh, he's in the middle, 3 wide. He comes down low, it looks like, on the 7 of Rusty Greer. And Rusty is underneath him and sends him around. Don't know if I don't know if Brandon knew that he was there. It was kind of a late call on that. Looks like the 51 is also involved. John Canizero Sr. Senior doing a great job over in FSB last week, man. I got a hats off. Big shout out to you, sir. That was a great run by you. Kind of got clobbered at the end, unfortunately, but definitely a fine run, sir. Don't let it frustrate you. You're doing good, brother. Caution number 3. We've got a whole 15 laps in tonight so far, and if we're going to do 120 like this, we're going to call it I-pacing and not I-racing. The guys will get it together, I'm sure. Is anybody opting to go in the pits? Who's going to opt? Nobody's going in the pits. So Jack McKee has now pulled himself into the 2nd spot ahead of Jared Mogart on that last restart. Now Jared might get a chance to do the same thing, as he'll be on the inside on this one. And I'll be right back after a quick radio check. Like that one. All right, pace car's ready to dive in. Lights are out. Matt Pelletier, Jack McKee, Jared Mogard, and Steve Rex now up into fourth spot. And Spencer Haynes. We haven't talked about him tonight in the 21. And outside of him is the 7 car of Rusty Greer. Looks like they all get around turn 1 this time. Matt Pelletier. All right, looks like we're going to get some good, clean racing laps in. Let's do it, guys. Jared Mogard looking hard, looking like he wants that lead back. Jared has only 1 speed, fast. And Jared did get back past Jack McKee on that restart and kind of predicted that one. It's the kind of track where that happens. You know, the outside lane is, you might just get freight trained. Well, it looks like Steve Rex is doing a good job, though. He maintained that 4th position. And Rusty Greer in the 7, in 5th. Spencer Haynes looking good in the 21. Jack McKee is still looking under Jared now, as Matt Pelletier is pulling away. Getting a much better line out of the turn than Jared is. Now, I know that John Boccaccio fell a lap down. Yeah, unfortunately, he's a lap down. He's struggling back there. Too bad, John. Sorry about that, bud. Brandon Kiger. Currently shown in 11th spot. Came back from that early spin. Jared's looking underneath Matt. Oh boy, they get loose. And Jared will get a nose under down the front straightaway on that long curve front straightaway. This is a very tight turn right here, that 1 and 2. You got to really decelerate, and both of these guys coming out strong, but I think Jared might get the spot here because this is a low line track. Hard to run that outside green here and be successful. Well, Matt Pelletier making it look easy though. All right, make me eat my words there, Matt. Good job, brother. As Jack McKee is like, are you either one of you two going to fuck up here so I can get in? Oh, sorry about that. We're on Mess Up TV. I guess I'm allowed to say that. It is my channel. I can't wait to hear that in the broadcast. Let's see if we can zoom in on the wheels of some of these cars, because you'll see that some of these rotors are starting to get heat up. Like I say, in turns 1 and 2, it is burning up those brakes. And yeah, Jared's, everybody's, yeah, let's see if we get a closer look at that. As the rotors are heating up pretty good. They're right inside those wheels. Probably more so on this turn, if the cameraman will show us. He should. Yeah, they're glowing pretty good. We're using a lot of brake out there. As we're single file, Matt Pelletier, Jared Mogar, Jack McKee, and Steve Rex leading the way. About a 6-car gap back to the 7 of Rusty Greer. And Benny Hogan coming from the back is relentless. Get a little shot of Benny here. You're making it happen out there, Benny. Yeah, look at those rotors glow, though. He's using up the brakes. I have never noticed any brake fade that was anything I would make a difference. So I think that's just an iRacing graphics deal, not really a physics deal. I might be wrong, though. I've just never felt brake fade. I run late miles a lot, but I don't, to be honest with you, I don't use the brakes at hardly any of the tracks there, except when you have to pounce on them. Because the guy in front of you for whatever reason. As the battle of the track is between the 777 of John Cannizzaro and Rusty Greer. As I look up front now, and I do see the 70 of the 67. Oh, these two are still battling. Good job, guys. Whoa. So maybe you should stay up front with this battle. Okay, and I said there wasn't good two-wide racing here. I guess I'm eating my words, guys. Woohoo! Look at this guy. Matt Pelletier. On the outside, using it up that lane, keeping them pinned, nice and pinned down there. Not playing dirty at all, keeping them nice and honest down on the inside. As we do have a caution on the Speedway. And see if we can find out what the cause of the caution was. It's probably going to involve what is showing as the 4-car. Yeah, Sean hit the wall hard there, and it looks like could not get it back to the pits. He's got a right front flat, and his car is destroyed. Ooh, tough night for you, Sean. Dang. All right, let's see if anybody takes the bait and comes into the pits. Yeah, there's a couple back there. 77 is one of them. Matt is in, as well as the 70 of Steve Rex. Let's see what they take. Matt Pelletier taking right sides, and so is Steve Rex. They're going to just choose to take 2 tires and some gas and come on out. Let's see if that helps them in the long run. Oh, it's 4 tires for both of these guys. Nope, I'm sorry, 2 tires for Steve. I'll get it right, and going to be 4 tires for Matt Pelletier. So let's see how that works out for Steve. Everybody gets out of the pits safely, sort of safely. No, we do have a bunch that are hung out. That's tough break for everybody. The 40, 80. I'm sorry, the 45 of Mike Sukup. Where's Brent Meckes at? Oh, he's in the pits too. Hey Brent, that car looks a little banged up. I know you didn't hit nothing tonight. What is on the front of his car? We got to check. Look at that. That is cool. Way to go, Brent. It kind of reminds me of Maximum Overdrive and that thing on the front of the truck, you know, the clown face. Anyway. Anyway, let's get back live. Up front with the leaders. All right, Pate's car should be turning off the lights. And it does. Woohoo! I believe that was caution number 4. We're at lap 40. That do not think that counted as the midway caution. Matt Pelletier now showing way back way back. This might turn out pretty good because a lot of people pitted and the 70 is in 8th and Matt Pelletier is in, Matt's in 8th and Steve Rex is in 7th on this restart. So they got brand new tires. Jared Mogard with a great restart. Jack McKee on the outside. John Canizero Jr. up in 3rd. Coming back from that earlier incident. And there is Benny Hogan. Oh, caution's back out again. Guys are having a tough time tonight. Let's see if we can find out what this was. I'm showing nothing on my radar right now. Let's take it back a little bit and see if we can find out what that was. Usually I can see who's slowing down quick and I can find out, but I can't see that this time, so we'll do this way. Oh, it's going to be the 51 of John Canizero Sr. Oh boy, it looks like he power slid through the entire turn. Him and Soup kept getting together there, and that forced the 51 into a long power slide and finally overcorrected it into the wall. That's about as long a power slide as you ever want to do on an asphalt track like that. That's drifting. Good drifting, John, but unfortunately that's going to be not good for your race car. Might be able to get some of that fixed. Like I say, John, the other night at the FSB late model race, just fantastic job by him. All right, let's get back live and see who's taking the bait. Who's going? I don't know, this might count as, no, it's only lap 44. Only a third of the way through this race. Probably have the 5th caution now. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know why Benny's way in the back. As Jared Mogard continues to be your leader, Jack McKee in 2nd, John Canizero Jr. in 3rd, and Matt Pelletier running 4th. As I said earlier about Junior recovering, Junior being John Jr. John Canizero Jr. I call him Junior, it's just short. I just butchered the poor guy's name. So as the lights are out on the pace car, we'll go back green on lap 46 of 120. Reason the lights stayed out. Lights stayed on. I'm sorry, the lights stayed on. As I was talking there, my cat was jumping off my lap. I apologize. Give you that human feeling when they kick off on you in the wrong spot. Yeah, I'm still alive. Thank you. Jared Mogard, Jack McKee, bring him around. Lap 47. As we still have 19 drivers of the original 21 on the track, with Lawrence Smiley, William Petty, John Canizero Sr., and John Procaccio all a lap or more down. As, of course, Jared get that fine restart. And already up to working on 3rd spot with his new tires is Matt Pelletier. That was a good choice. And he's going to have some rubber, and these guys are going to have to contend with him. Steve Rex only took 2. Let's see how that's paying off for him. He's right behind this gaggle. As Junior's looking. Matt Pelletier trying Jack McKee on the outside. Yeah, you know you got some good tires now. That kind of feels good when you got those new tires and you can do that. Oh boy. Contact between the 34 and Matt saves it. Good job, buddy. There was definitely some contact there and looked unintentional. And never is intentional. These guys are buddies. Yes, close racing. How far back did that take Matt? Oh, back to 5th spot. That was a great save. Holy jeez. I think he had to save it like 5 times. And I'm sure inside the cup here, you see that wheel going back and forth. Sawing it, keep it alive. And good job staying in 5th spot. And we get back up now with the 67, Jack McKee, who's fighting Jared Mogard. I'm sorry, Gerard Lawrence. I'm going to shoot myself. I'm just going to say Gerard. Kill the Lawrence for now because I just can't seem to say it right. Gerard Lawrence. There you go. Sorry, Gerard. I keep butchering your name. That's because we have a Jared and a Gerard, and it's just tough for me. And speaking of Jared Mogard and John Canizero Jr. just taking off now. They have about 10 car lengths on the 27. Maybe I should just start saying the 27, huh? Still waiting. Next I heard is next winter. All of us are going to be on the boat, Gerard Lawrence's boat in Miami with all the pretty women. I'm going to perpetuate that rumor since I do live in the Miami area. As we stay alive here, lap 56 coming up. As we do have a battle further back in the pack. See if we can spot that. Jack McKee and Benny Hogan. I think Benny did come in and pit. I just missed it. As again, the rotors are glowing red. The battle is still on up front. Oh boy, did Johnny get it sideways there. And that is definitely going to give Jared a little bit more of a lead as Gerard is starting to pull up. And taking Matt Pelletier with him. Stick around after the show. We'll have post-race interviews with the top 3. And hopefully Matt Pelletier of the Palms League, tonight's sponsor. And of course, Steve Rex, league owner. Extraordinaire. Done a great job with this league. This great competition every week at Palms. And pinned. I'm sorry. Steve is pinned. Matt is Palms. Get your P's straight, Sam. As we remain unchanged in the top 5. And Benny Hogan has caught this pack. Getting a little sideways there. We do have a caution again on the Speedway. It's a caution number 6 or 7. Not quite sure where we're at now with that. We haven't talked about Bob Colgan tonight, but I think he might have been involved in that. I was going to take a look. Well, maybe not. Nope. He was not involved in that. I'm not sure what went on, guys. Sorry, Bob. I was just seeing that you were behind on the... You were just slowing down, that's all. Let's see if I can find who that might have been. Oh, I'm not finding it. It'd be nice if I had a spotter that helped me, but I do not. I hate to take away from the pit action because this should be, if it wasn't. Nope. I'm guessing our last pit stop was our halfway pit stop. As it is now lap 63, we are past halfway, and that's probably why the extended caution. Steve will extend the caution one lap during that break, the midway break, I guess you can call it. As Jared Mogart has chosen to come in and given the lead over to Gerard Lawrence. And guess who? Matt Pelletier in the 77 right behind him. This is going to be some good racing. As we have 5 Monte Carlos up front. And Brandon Geiger's got in the mix now. Here he comes. Always like that fluorescent green and black car. As Jared Mogart will restart the race in 6th spot. Now let's get up front and see if the lights are going to come out on that pace car. And they do. So we'll be returning to green on lap 66. With about 55 to go. As they double them up. I'll be right back for another audio check. Cool. Now if I can just get my post-race audio good, we'll be good. As the lights went back on the race car and back off again. That was a good time for that audio check, Sam. Trixie wants to say hi to everybody. Trixie, you want to say hi to the audience? Yep. She's all of a sudden very shy. It's my co-pilot. Has returned to green on lap 67 of 120. As Jared Mogart restarts in 5th with brand new tires. As Lawrence takes the first spot, and Matt Pelletier just kind of gets in behind him with the 2 racing back there for that 3rd spot. It's Brandon Carger whipping up on the outside there, looking pretty strong. Nice run. Boy, I have to eat my words about the outside groove here, huh? Don't be surprised, Mogart going to take it 3 wide here. He knows 1 speed. As Kiger now losing positions on the outside. Benny Hogan trying to give him a little push there. Hey, we got to get going, buddy. It's Benny Hogan looking to take this 3 wide. As well as Mike Sukup. Now, we haven't called Mike all night. There he is. As Jared's now working on Steve Rex. Oh, we have a spin to the inside, and that's going to be Benny Hogan who saves it. We will go back and see that replay because that was a fantastic save. I'm not sure what happened, but ooh, we got a little bit of help there from the 45, and this is an incredible save, folks. Wow, good job, Benny. This is not only saving it, he's saving it through the grass, and that is stupendous. Unbelievable job. He's going to come out of this on the other end without even touching the wall. Great job, Benny Hogan. Holy mackerel, he's back. Tough break. Did not lose but 3 spots. Wow. Unfortunately, he's got to work his way back up front again. Welcome back to Pinned, Benny Hogan. But that was a heck of a save, bud. Dang it. Get back up front with Gerard Lawrence. He's looking a little bit loose out of that turn, and here comes Gerard. Looking on the inside. Doesn't quite finish the pass, and Matt Pelletier shuts the door. They are racing hard for lap 75 here. Say, Jared wants to be out front always. That's is what he does, and that's such a. Matt keeps him honest though in turn 1 and 2. They head down the back straight and went to 3 and 4. Now you can come out of this turn pretty strong, and this is where if you're working the outside, this is where you'll come out really strong. As the caution is back out on lap 76, and let's see if I can find the deal with this one. As it looks like the 17 of Sean Patrick might have been involved in this, as well as Brandon Kiger. So, Brandon got the car in front of him. I don't know who that was. Benny Hogan got him a little bit squirrely. Brandon actually gets on it here and realizes that he might have touched the 5 there, and I think he slowed down enough so Sean Patrick had nowhere to go in the 17. 85 might have been getting a little bit loose on its own, but great power slide. He keeps it going, but Sean Patrick has nowhere to go. Love my slow-mo. Just wish it would be a little bit faster slow-mo. I need a faster slow-mo. Anyway, that being said, jumping back up front, and it's going to be Gerard Lawrence still in the lead. I don't think you're going to see many cars pitting. I think they're all going to be pretty happy with what they got. Track position is everything. And I'm just looking at the chat. Sir Winston Petty cheering on William Petty. Who's still out there? See if he's out there. I think he's still out there. Yes, he is. Good job. Stay out there, bud. Get these lap time. Get used to the fellas you're driving around. Get the lap times. And Sir Winston, we'll see this guy in victory lane, I'm sure. He's got the name. Welcome to Pin, sir. I think it's your second race. I think I called you last week. So in the restart, it's going to be Gerard Lawrence, Matt Pelletier, Jared Mogard, Mike Sukup, John Cannizzaro, Jack McKee, Brent Mecke, Spencer Haynes, Robert Cogan up to 9th. Good job, bud. And Sean Patrick in 10th spot. Those are your top 10. As lights should be out on the pace car. I did that last week, race car. Lights are out on the pace car. Slow down, Sam. Friggin' New York in me. I've been telling everybody since I was 6 years old. They've been telling me to slow down, and I'm like, sure. I don't think so. Been trying for a long time. It would help, though. It would help me to pronounce and enunciate my words correctly as we go back green on lap 81. Great restart. Oh, my goodness, what a restart. Pulls Jared Mogard right with him as Matt Pelletier has a battle on his hands now. And another battle right behind him with John Cannizzaro and Jack McKee. All these drivers are studs, man. They're all hot shoes. Put on a show lap after lap, week after week. Few too many cautions tonight, but hey. That happens. around this time. It'll be 37 laps to go. Lawrence looking pretty strong here as Matt Pelletier and Jared Mogard continue to battle it out, and that high groove is still working for Matt Pelletier. I'm thoroughly impressed with that, as it looks like this time around he's going to have the momentum coming out of this turn, and I think he's going to definitely get it next straightaway. I think he's got it. Yeah, he's and unfortunately he got loose there, and that did not help. He would have maintained. You can't make any kind of, I don't want to say mistake there. It just got loose. If you want to stay out there and but now John Canizero looking underneath Matt for that third spot. Wow, Matt hung out there for a long time too. And that gives an opportunity for Jared to come up and try to challenge the 27 of Lawrence, and let's see if that's going to happen. I think Mr. Lawrence has got a superior car tonight, and from what I'm seeing, he's got a heck of a set. I think he's toying with these guys, to be honest with you. Famous racer named Wayne Anderson, the New York Wayne Anderson. Oh, we have another caution. Wayne Anderson used to say, stay in the lead only as much as you need to. In other words, you don't need to burn it up. If you got the lead, and you can keep it. I'm trying to see what it's been a challenge all night, trying to see who's in the cause of these cautions, and I don't see it this time. Let's go back further in the curve. We have several cars coming into pits. That's more of the story right now. As this, it looks like, I don't want to say a flat on the 70, but it sure looks like it. Well, it's bouncing awful hard. Let's see if the 70 was involved in that. Nope, doesn't look like it. Just look bouncy coming in. Well, now this is interesting because on the restart, Matt will have that preferred inside line. And let's see if he's going to take advantage of it. I like to get closer to that car of Matt Pelletier. He looks like he's got a little bit of damage in the right rear, and I don't think it should affect his car, but I'm seeing something. Nope. Just my imagination. Looks fine. Never mind. As the 40 pulls up. Looks like he's either going to get the lucky dog. I'm not sure why the 40's pulled up there. And there goes the 40 down on the inside, letting everybody go by. Good job, William. Like I say, we're going to see you in victory lane. Just keep it up. Lights go out on the pace car. Never mind. And we're going to get a restart on lap 92. About 28 laps to go in our feature event tonight. How's Brent Mecky's doing? Let's take a quick gander back there. He is running in what, 8th, 7th spot? Brent Meckes. I keep saying his name wrong. It's Brent Meckes. As Jared gets he's great with the restarts, and he got a good jump right alongside of the 27. But Matt Pelletier will follow through on the inside, and I don't know that Mogard's got enough on the outside for this. He's fighting hard, though. As Jack McKee looking to follow everybody through and take that third spot. Street stocks provide great side-by-side racing. John Canizero throwing it in underneath Jared Mogard. Out of nowhere. Where did he come from? Threw it in there too. Oh, we have Brent Meckes is definitely sideways and gathers it up, and we have another caution on lap 94. Now let's see if we can find the culprits. And it looks like it might be Johnny. Yeah, John Canizero Sr. Having a rough night, John. Sorry, bud. Yeah, just got out from underneath him. Oh, this is going to be a hard lick into... Oh, hopefully we can hear from Johnny from the infield car care center. Oh, come on. I did that again. The infield care center, not the infield car care center. I'll be all right. Been a long day. Extremely heavy pushing work. Love it. My speed is fast too. My boss says, "You all right?" And I said, "I'm starting to feel the pressure, boss." Okay, I'm going to take some pressure off because he knows if pressure on me means, well, it might be a little too much. I am the Ayatollah of rock and roll in my shop. I have a great team I work with. Well, they switched positions again. I am absolutely sure Matt Pelletier went dang when he heard the caution come out because he had just managed to pull back into second spot. And now John Boccaccio taking that lucky dog back around there. But the 77 now has to fight again on the outside against the tough Jared Mogard. Take a look a little further back for the field. How's Spencer Haynes doing? Doing good. I like that paint job, Spencer. Good job, man. And how's our newcomer, William Petty, doing? Staying out there, I like it. I like that a lot. That's, to me, that always impresses me. It means you're, even though you're 12 laps down, you're out here and you're getting your lap times, getting that seat time. And I'm going to pay off, William. I'm telling you, it will pay off. As we head back up front. This is an interesting foursome of the 2777, the 10 and the 777. A lot of sevens up here. Back green on lap 99. As predicted, Jared Mogard is going to try to follow the 27 through, and Matt Pelletier is going to do everything he can to fight on the outside here. As Brent Meckes is looking at that fifth spot, on that fourth spot, trying to get up underneath John Canizero Jr. Quite a battle going on here as Matt Pelletier refuses to give up that outside. And there has a little bit of a run there. Got a little nose up on Jared as they are fighting clean and fighting hard. 20 laps to go. That front straightaway, you carry so much momentum, and then you got to really wind it down into this turn as it is tight. Not that so much it's tight, it's just a slow, flat turn. After a long, swooping straightaway, you've got to do some braking there. These guys have some good sets in them tonight because they couldn't do this without good sets. Somebody provided some good sets. There's only a few set makers here. They tend to share their setups, and when they share their setups, generally you can tweak on them, and what they do, when they change the gear ratio maybe to your liking, change a spring or two or some air pressures. As Matt Pelletier throws it in sideways, but it's because of every time I see somebody throwing it sideways, it's because of a caution. I'm sorry, I was a little bit behind there. And we did see the 45 going inside. And it looks like the 45 is out. Apologize about that. Yep. So the 45 kind of looking to take it 3 wide up underneath John Canizaro and hits the inside wall very, very hard. And it might end Mike Sukup's night as he's in the pits now, but he hasn't retired yet, as you can see. As we have yet another caution tonight on lap 103. And I think Mike is giving it up for the night. No, maybe not. Here we go again with the swap out. And this is a great break for Matt Pelletier if it stays green, because he will now start on the inside of Jared Mogard. They've been swapping these positions back and forth all night long. It's been some great racing, Jared and Matt. Very clean. As Jared Mogard and Matt Pelletier. I think Jared's still the point leader. I have to look that up. But I believe Matt's also in the running right up front there. So not only are they battling for the win, and they're battling for this win, they're battling for the points also. As they cross over, lights are out on the pace car, and Matt is warming up those tires best he can, because you're going to need everything you can get to keep it stuck down on the inside. Right there is where you have to keep it stuck. Right there in turns 1 and 2, right in the middle of 1 and 2. You got to keep that car stuck there, or you're going to drift up and clobber somebody. And both of you guys, Jared and Matt, have done a great job of keeping it pinned and letting the green flag racing go on your end. It's been more or less the guys in the back who are a little over anxious tonight, a little sideways. As the green's back out. Great restart again by Jared Mogard. This guy is amazing. He's going to need a great restart because here comes the 77 on the inside. And Jared says, look, I only got one way to go. I need to get to the front. And he's fighting that outside spot. There's that tight apex right there. See, some better camera angles here. I apologize. That's better. There's more cars in there. As we're on lap 110, I believe. 109. 12 to go. And hopefully get a green flag finish. But Mogard is not giving up. Also a fight back there in the 5th spot with Brent Meckes and the 67 of Jack McKee. Meckes and McKee fighting it out. Oh, Meckes gets all kinds of crazy out there. Gets it all kinds of loose. As Matt Pelletier looks like he's finally going to take that position away from Jared Mogard. And expect the crossover move from Mogard. Oh, he doesn't have the opportunity. The 777 throws it in again underneath. Where does this cat come from? Ooh, doesn't have quite enough to stay there. And there goes Jared looking low on Matt Pelletier. Jared's car is handling wonderfully down low. As Matt is looking underneath the 27 of Jared Mogard and might just take the lead here. Coming up on 8 laps to go. And now he has to fight. Jared Mogard found the inside of that. 3 wide down the front straightaway on with 7 to go. Sorry, 8 to go. 8 to go. Oh, we have some contact between Jared and the 77. And we continue 3 wide. This probably will not end well. The boys keep it alive. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, making it exciting. As Benny Hogan shows up, hey, y'all can wreck. Or I might just take it 4 wide. It's Canizaro now looking at the 2nd place spot underneath Jared Mogard. As 77 unfortunately had to give up that spot. And is again going to throw it in low.
and look low. Try to follow the 777 through the 777. Hey, that's quicker. I can say that quicker. 3 syllables or 6 syllables. That 777 looking low. And here comes Benny Hogan underneath the 77. Out of nowhere at the end. Benny's always strong everywhere he goes. As the battle for second still plays out between John Canizero Jr. and Jared Mogard. Four laps to go, coming up on 3 to go, and these two are not giving it up. Some great clean racing up front tonight, guys. Very enjoyable. As many questions as there were, it's still a great show. Now let's just finish it under green. And boy, did Johnny get it sideways there. Benny Hogan slaps the wall. As the rotors are getting glowing again. And Gerard Lawrence loving this because he's just checked out. He's got 15, 14 car lengths on these guys, and all he has to do is ride now. Let these guys duke it out. Jared Mogard, a great job on the outside by Jared as he continues to stick it out with John Canizero on the low side. And Jared might just get it right about here. All he has to do is, yep, he got it. Found the spot. Good job, Jared. Might finish in second spot here. As we jump back up front. Last lap. Gerard Lawrence takes the win. Great job, Gerard. As we'll see Gerard Lawrence, Jared Mogard, and John Canizero taking the top 3 podium spots, with Matt Pelletier finishing 4th, Benny Hogan 5th, Jack McKee in 6th, Steve Rex finishing 7th, Brandon Kiger finishing 8th, Spencer Haynes finishing 9th in the 21, Sean Patrick finishing 10th, Brent Meckes finishing 11th, Jason Seams finishing 12th, Robert Colgan finishing 13th, John Brancaccio 14th, William Petty 15th, Mike Sukup 16th, John Sr. in 17th, and Rusty Greer finishing in 18th. Lawrence Smiley, these guys have pretty much left the show already, but Lawrence Smiley finishing 19th, and Art Hendren and Sean Andrews finishing out the field. Let's see if we get these guys up here for a interview. And we'll be going to our post-race interview in a second, but first we'll do this quick pinned commercial while we gather up the guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're working on some audio issues.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast as we have the Rocky theme playing there to help keep me so I can fix the mess that I created audio wise. But great race, you guys. Wow, holy mackerel, side by side, almost the entire evening. Let's start off with John Jr. Great job, man. I kind of was wondering a couple times you're throwing it in there pretty darn hard, but that car kind of did stick. And didn't kind of stick. It did stick, and that was some amazing driving, Johnny. Tell us about how you did it tonight. Third place finish. Good job.
Yeah, the car didn't drive as good as I thought it was going to. During practice, I made one change to the setup. It killed it. I made another change. It really killed it. And I tried to put it back and it just finished it off. So I do want to say apologies to Brent Meckes. He helps me with setups, and I kind of trashed him earlier in the race. My lack of talent. I hit the turtles. So apologies to him. But other than that, the car drove great the whole run, especially through traffic. My only issue was I couldn't really pass on the inside as good as I wanted to. I was better on the outside, and just I kind of me and Jared kind of had to have a peace agreement with each other today and work together instead of what we've been doing. So, as awkward as that was, we did try to single out Matt there, and my three wide dive bomb didn't work the first time. I had to lift out of it, and second time there was no way I was lifting. I was keeping my foot in it, and whatever happened happened. And we ran around three wide for a couple laps, which was pretty cool. And just figured I'd be happy with the top three. I wasn't gonna wreck myself trying to get past Jared in those last couple laps. And Gerard was off in the antique store. I had turned four already by the time we were at the white flag.
I like that over at the antique store. You know, I've heard of some controversy this past week, and you guys showed absolute professionalism tonight and excellent racing. Couldn't say more about that. That's really cool. And yes, it was a great show. You got a shout out to anybody there, John?
Yeah, obviously again, I got to shout out Brent Mackes. He gives me a setup every week and gives me something to run off of. I might tweak a little bit, but he's a mastermind behind it for me. And got to thank Steve and Sue Cup, Johnny B, all the guys that help sponsor pin, run pinned, and I got to thank Matt Pelletier too. As much as I don't like him, he's an idiot, and he lets me run my dirt car season. I'm running in Palms in the off season, so I got to thank him for helping with that too. And gotta thank my father and you, of course, for broadcasting, watching these races back during the day at work.
Oh, I appreciate that so much, man. And great race, John. Way to go. And your dad really put on a great show last week. I don't know if you saw it or hadn't, but boy, he was really, really good at FSB with us. And too bad he kind of got the rooked at the end there. But good job, man. Let's head on now to the second place finisher, Jared Mogard. I kind of wondered how long you were going to be able to stay out on the outside, and it kept swapping back and forth between you and Matt Pelletier on who was going to start on the inside in the restarts. And each time, you guys just fought it out and fought it out. And if it stayed green, it would have been interesting. But that last one, you fought it out and you managed to get up to that second spot. Good job, man. What you got to say for yourself?
Yeah, the second one there, I finally figured out the outside there to hang, and we had enough yellows, but I was kind of hoping we get one more there. I think I might have had something for the ride. Like I said, I kind of figured it out and felt better there. But yeah, good run with Junior there and Pelletier. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, when we race like that, me and Junior there, that's fun racing side by side, clean, hard racing. So hopefully we can do more of that and then less of what we saw last week. So anyway, yeah, good race. Congrats to I can't say it over here, but congrats to your right on the down from the back, and I think that's the first one if I'm not mistaken, Rex. First one that took it and got it, so that's a pretty cool deal. Yeah, good run. Good point night. Gained on the point leader. Lost a little bit to the ride, but that's how she goes sometimes. So on to the next one.
Well, great show, Jared. You going to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, TDS Internet, iBuy Power Computers, Twitch Race Report, Asus Monitor, Splash and Go Graphics, Steve and everybody over here, Suit Cup and J-Dot Carpentry and Johnny B's and everybody else. There's a lot of supporters and partners, Tecton Tools as well, for everything that they came on board and did, and everybody else that I missed. Greatly appreciated, and thanks to Steve and everybody else for putting us on. Congrats to Gerard again, and see y'all at the next one.
All right, appreciate you, sir. Good job, man. And Gerard Lawrence, this makes you are you the point leader now? I'm not sure. We'll have to ask Steve Rex about that. But what a race! And I think this is the second time you have done the back to the front deal. What are we going to call this thing? So I have to come up with a name. But good job, Gerard. Tell us about it, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a great race. A little too many yellows. The guys, bunch of guys getting a little overzealous, but overall, it was a good race. Just to touch on what you said, I don't know that I've done the back to front challenge before. This may be the first one. I know I've come close several times, but I don't know if I've ever got it. Steve would know better. But yeah, just really great race all around. Started putting a setup together last night after I ran John Jr.'s All Star Dirt Late Model League. Um, so got it good, not great, but worked on it the whole time in practice. And all the guys that were running my setup were running a different version of it. For their own special needs. But I think everyone was good. Just unfortunately, some guys had some bad luck and didn't work out for them.
One thing here. I'm actually looking right now to see who that was. I'm sure Steve Rex will tell us. Wasn't it last week's winner, Steve, who did it front to back? Was that Matt?
Yep, it was Matt. He did it. I think John Jr.'s done it once. I think that was an unpinned. But yeah, it's been done 3 times. Came close a bunch. I mean, it wasn't hard to do on this, or it was hard to do on this track, right? It was hard. It was hard to pass, and I think Gerard pitted early, and then stayed out late. Maybe I think that's what it was. And you know, kudos to him. More money, more points. Not so much double.
Yeah, first and foremost, I got to say a huge thank you to Matt Pelletier. He was working with me all night, and I wound up getting tight on that last restart we had, and it put him in a bad position, and he wound up losing overall position. He lost the podium, and he wound up losing points to Jared. But he was a team player all night, and I really appreciate it. So a huge shout out to him. Other than that, I've just got to thank Loyal Pressure Washing, main sponsor on the car. It's my buddy Jeff's company. Where he's just getting it off the ground. So, a huge shout out to him. Bob Eldred from Mind Warp Designs for making all my paint schemes, and he really does a phenomenal job. And anytime I can pull his paint schemes into Victory Lane, I'm super happy. I also want to give a shout out to all the guys at Riding Dirty. They are amazing at building setups, and they're willing to help anybody that has any questions, and they do an awesome job. And pretty much every setup that I've ever built is either with the help of the Riding Dirty guys or based off of something that they gave me. So a huge shout out to them. Steve Rex for putting this league together. It's awesome. No entry fee and a ton of great payouts. Huge shout out to him. And then all the great sponsors that make this league possible. Rex's Garage. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start with the title sponsor, Tecton Tools. They're giving away the prizes at the end of the year, so that's huge. Really looking forward to hopefully getting a good finish in the points and getting a prize. Rex's Garage, Souk Up Signature Concrete, Total Car Care, Johnny B's Retirees, and Johnny B's Deli. Plum These Pipes, who streams the Unpinned for us. He does an awesome job. Um, Palms, FSB Racing, um, a bunch of other ones. J Dogs Carpentry, Fast Lane Motorsports, Canizaro Fabrication Shop. There's a long list of people that make this happen, but huge shout out to all those guys. And last but not least, thank you for putting on the broadcast as always.
Well, I appreciate that, but now I have to ask because one was missed, and I need to. First of all, I need to learn a little bit more about Tecton Tools. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Steve in a second. But the one I'm missing and I'm most curious about is who has anybody needed J&E bail bonds ever? I'm just saying.
I sure hope not, but
Yeah, let's hope not.
All right, Steve, tell us a little bit more about what's going to happen. 2 weeks, I think we're going to be racing somewhere in the Pin League, and also tell me a little bit more about Tecton Tools, please.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, so we got next week off, April 30th. We're gonna return to, or we're gonna go to Nashville Fairgrounds in Pind. It's on Thursday, April 30th. That'll be, let's see, what's the laps? 100 laps. And then Unpinned is on May 4th. That's at Nashville Fairgrounds as well, and that'll be fixed. Tecton Tools, they're out of Michigan. They are a small tool manufacturer. Um, we actually use them a lot at my work associated, which is a Raymond forklift dealer. We use a lot of their tools for our new technicians. They give us really good discounts. We buy in bulk, and it was just a general conversation when it started with our rep, and he was able to come through and gave us prizes for the top 10 with some really good stuff at the top. So um, what's great about this series with all the sponsors, I can go on and list them, including you, Sam, and FSB Live Racing, Palms, our sponsor for tonight's event. The goal is, and I think we may even go a little bit more. I estimated $1,000 in payouts for the year. Over 22 races with no entry fee, and then there's been some extra stuff where I think we're gonna end up over 1,000 for the year. For the year, I don't know if we'll do that every year, but hell, it's a good way to start.
That's an excellent way to start. And that, again, I can't say enough about sponsorship when it comes down to a no entry fee league, such as this is. And it's just nice to be able to go out and race and have the sponsorship and be able to collect a couple dollars at the end of the race. It doesn't sound like a lot, maybe 5, 10, 20 bucks, but it means a lot. It's the prize value of being awarded and winning these prizes, and the fact that folks are giving up some money to be able to sponsor. FSB is so glad that they have their sponsors, and we appreciate your sponsorship, of course, this past season of late models, and just a great relationship with everybody. Palms pinned, and Robbie Colgan doing the unpinned broadcasts in Plumdee's Pipes. It's been a fantastic season. It's nowhere near over, and we'll be at Nashville Fairgrounds in 2 weeks. And I can't wait. And you guys, a really awesome show again tonight. Steve, any last words before I go out?
Yeah, just real quick, I want to talk about Chicken Dinner, which is kind of like Pinned, but that is a pay league. That's running its second race of the year this coming Tuesday, April 21st. 230 laps at Five Flags Speedway. $2 entry with 80% paid out to the top five during the race. That remaining 20% will go to the 2026 Championship Awards to the top five. So that's this coming Tuesday. Practice at 7 Eastern, qualifying at 8, and race to follow. If anybody's interested, there is an entry form in the Riding Dirty and Palms Discord, or you can go there and see how many are entered so far. And that race is also broadcasted on Plumdee's Pipes on Twitch. And then lastly, Sam, just to talk about tonight's race, we've ran a lot of larger tracks coming to this point. The 3/4 of a mile, and really you can almost say for the most part a mile and larger to kind of get everybody used to it. We went to only our second short track of the year, and it was a little rough, 10 cautions, but I tell you what, on those we had 4 decent green flag runs, and those were good, right? I hated the competition caution to come out because we were on whatever it was, 13 lap run coming to it. But I tell you what, that run at the end, that last green flag run at the end, was pretty damn exciting from where I was at. I was side by side. We got 3 wide. We shuffled positions between 5 cars, maybe 6, and it was a good time. And it'll be back on the schedule, and I think we'll do better next time around.
Well, I did have to work a little bit harder tonight than I usually do with your league because there was several questions I had to kind of talk through, but it just still kept a fast pace. Half milers, if you get cautions, they're not long cautions. It's not like a caution at Pocono. So it wasn't that bad, and you guys did a great job. You're going to get the cautions. You're going to get caution fests. It happens every league out there, and tonight was just one of those nights. And but I'm really impressed with the sportsmanship coming off of a week of controversy last week, and I think that was what struck me the most. And I'm glad to see it, and I'm glad to see you guys doing what you're doing. Keep it up, guys, and we're going to sign out now. And everybody, hope to see you in 2 weeks at Nashville Fairgrounds.